Hi everyone, Sam here from Mind My Needle. I'm back for my first video of 2021. I like to say a delayed Happy New Year to everyone and welcome to the new year. If you are returning, thank you for coming and checking back in with me to see what I've been up to, because it has been a little while since I last came and shared with you all what I'm doing. And to those that are new and just stumbled across me, welcome to my channel. I am a Kiwi Flosstuber, so in New Zealand. I'm towards the lower end of the North Island near Wellington. Updates, life-wise, not much has been happening. Obviously here in New Zealand it's our summer, so Christmas was split between my family in Auckland, which was very nice, and then my family came down and visited us for a week, which was nice as well. Kids are on school holidays, I'm back at work and studying, and the husband's back at work. So yeah, kids don't go back to school till like the 3rd of Feb, so a few more weeks for them, lucky little buggers. Nothing else has really been happening. We're just working kids, well that's me anyway. So in my last video with you, should I say that I checked in with you, I think it was November, December. In that video I just done a few whip updates and showed you half my chart stash I have. I need to get back and do the second half of that, so that is on the agenda to come up, and I have been asked to do a whip parade, so I'll see, because I have many whips, more whips and project bags, which a goal of mine this year is to try and get the number of whips down, ideally not multiple whips in one bag, which I currently have. But the problem is with me, a lot of my stuff is rather large and my stitching time is rather limited now with my hours at work, and also travel to and from work, because I commute 3 hours a day, and studying. So study started last week, and then that goes through till May, and then I'll have my paper done, and then I think work's looking at putting me through another program, and that'll be another year of solid studying on that one, and then after that they've got another paper lined up after that for me, so about 3 years of study. Anyway, last video I had a giveaway, and I was giving away Anne Morgan by Scattered Seed Samplings. I have drawn the winner, and that was Kimberly Butler. I've left a message on your message on my last video, so if you can please send me an email, which is mindmyneedle@gmail.com, or you can find me on Instagram and send me a private message there. You can find me there as mindmyneedle as well. So congratulations, let me know your address and I'll get that out in the post. Today's video I have finishes, starts, whips, haul. I'll go through my finishes first. My starts will be mixed in my whip pile as we go through, and then I'll leave the haul to the end and just show you some of the stuff I got, because I do have a little bit going on here. I actually have a whole heap of stuff over my lap on the chair next to me, and I have nowhere to put stuff, so if I keep leaning forward I apologise. I am putting it on the floor because I've run out of space. I'll also, as I go through today, I have got pattern keeper next to me, so on my full coverages I can tell you how much percentage I have finished on them, so we can kind of see, or I have a record for through the year how much I've progressed on these full coverages I've been doing. Right, we'll start with finishes and we'll just keep going. So the first finish I'll show you is Mill Hill kit. It's by Jim Shaw. It is called Christmas Cheer Centre, and this is him here. He stitched on the 14 count perforated paper that comes in the kit. I have this one and another one which the kids bought me a few years ago for one Christmas, and this has just been sitting in my whip pile because I was having difficulty beading, but he's done. It's very cool, very happy. And then the next one I'm going to start when I get my whip pile down a bit is Glad Tidings. That's the second one the kids bought me for Christmas the other year. So that's my first finish. Sorry. Oh, shit. Another what I have, or finish I have to show you is Gwen Morrison 1911. This is a reproduction of a sampler that is in Te Papa's museum that I had permission to reproduce for the Wellington stitching retreat that happened in October last year. I stitched mine on a 28 count mushroom Lagana using 2/2, sorry. And I picked a Victorian motto thread. So mine is finished. I have omitted from the bottom Gwen's details and her age and her castle street and the year, because I'm going to do this into a needle roll. So that's my second finish. Now, my third finish is Heart in Hand Merrymaking Mini Bear. I actually won this chart from Annie, who is Joyful Stitcher here on YouTube and on Instagram. So I was lucky enough to win this from her. I stitched mine on the piece of 16 count Ada I got at the stitching retreat. That was dyed by Catherine at Country Stitches, which is a New Zealand dyer. And this is my finish. I have omitted the buttons off the bottom. So that's my finish. And my first finish for 2021 is another Heart in Hand. This is Thanksgiving, bird in hand. I stitched mine on a piece of 28 count. It's a T Monaco, it comes that colour. 2/2, just using colours from my stash. I have made some creative differences, e.g. he's got a shorter bum because I stitched a towel too close to his ass. Here he is there, and that's done. And my last finish to show you is my one of Dimensions kits, Christmas jar ornaments. I was stitching this one. And they come, we stitch these ones on the plastic canvas that come in the kit. And I finished it. So I won't fully finish these until they're all done. So that's it there. So that's all my finishes. One of my new starts is actually the next jar in the series, and I'm doing this one here, little snowman, and this is the front, and this is where I'm up to. Just done the outlining of him. Very cool. Yeah. And my first start of 2021 is the Delivering Roses by Stitching with the Housewives. I'm stitching it on the other half of the 16 count blue Ada. Here we go, you see a little bit of the colour. There we go. So I started this morning, and this is where I'm up to. Very cool. Very happy with that progress. Right, the other whip pile. This is my Jardin Privé piece. It is, get off. It is a sampler of cats. I can't pronounce it in French. I'm doing this on 20 count Ada 1/1. Hold on a minute. Get away. Naughty kitty. I'm stitching this on 20 count Ada 1/1 using Gentle Arts Blueberry. If I have a before picture, I'll pop it in, but this is where it is now. So I have stitched this bit and brought the tree up. Not much. I have just, started carrying a little train piece just because I am travelling so much. If I get time or feel like it, I can just do a little bit of stitching here and there. So I've decided my train piece is going to be Little House Needleworks, the samplers. These are the ones that you can get with the threads. They come in the thread pack. I'm stitching mine 1/1 on 28 count. Tea coffee dyed Monaco. I coffee tea dyed it. And this is what I'm up to. And I just finished the word April. That's all I've done since you last saw it. Let's go back in my work bag. Oh, this one, I'll just get Pattern Keeper out. See how far I've got on this piece. This is Beachcomber by Carolyn Manning Designs. I am stitching it on 18 count Ivory Ada. I am stitching it 1/1 and I am 44.09% complete so far. I was actually working on this the other day. I have started to colour complete this one. So here it is here. And I'm working on this movie colour, so I'm just going around completing that. It's a really easy piece to stitch on. It's 1/1 strand. No blends, no fractionals, nothing like that. Another piece I've been working on, and it's an oldie. It's by Russian designer Maria, I think Bravico is how you pronounce. It's the whale in a bulb, and I have got this working on Pattern Keeper. I can't tell you the percentage because it imported 2 copies and I've highlighted off already some half stitches, so I know the half stitches when I get to them. I've pre-highlighted them off. Do I have, oh I have, this is it here, but it's not in black and white. If I can find a before picture, I'll put it in. This is about up to stitch on 32 count white even weave, and it has some blends, and the cats are fighting again. And I keep this one in my little bag that I made. This in my Harry Potter pouch from Judith. This is a mill hill kit I picked up from the freebie table at the retreat. This is being stitched on the 14 count Ada that comes with it. I'm kind of I'm colour completing on this one. You could say, kind of not, just move around. Ow. There it is there. I really like this piece. Really easy, even though it's got beads and stuff, it's just pretty easy to follow. I pulled out an oldie but a goodie and been working on this. This is Plum Street Samplers Blackberry House. This was going to be I was going to convert the bottom into a wedding sampler for the husband and I, but I didn't do that. I just stitched as is. I am doing it on a piece of Queen Anne's lace. I think it is 32 count. I can't remember. So I'll just hold the whole thing up here. This is where it's up to. And since the last time I saw you, I have done the border, stitched these guys, stitched this, brought the top of the urn up, stitched the blackberry there, pulled out some of the threads here because I can't count, stitched in, and I'm just started stitching in the park threads here. And obviously I've just got 20 and I haven't finished the year. I have to stitch this one in hand because my margins are tight, and I did have this in a hoop or a Q-snap at one point and it just left marks on the fabric, so this is an in-hand piece only. That one's fun to work on. Let's get out this big bad boy. This one lives in a giant bag that I purchased in London. This is Country Cottage Needleworks Centres Village. And I'm still on the first house. I'll show you what I have done. So I have another project bag inside, and in here's got all the buttons, all the threads and all the charts. And then I have, this is Centres Village. I'm stitching this on 32 count blue, white petty point. And this is what I'm up to. So last time you saw it, I actually had all the brown stitched. I had to rip it all out because I was off, so I've redone all the brown, done the red in the house, the white door, and made a start on the roof. This one is slow stitching because the weave is really tight on the fabric, but it's a long-term project, so I won't give up on that one. What's this one? Oh, this is my, so I fell behind with linen and threads 2020 stitch along, so I've put this in my Q-snap, and I'll just pop this side off. I'll show you where I am. I'm stitching this on 20 count Ada, which is vintage country mocha. I am stitching it 1/1 using DMC 94, which is a variegated green. It's the main colour, and a little accent colour is in DMC 3801, which is like a bright orange. So that's what I'm up to. I haven't worked on this. Well, I pulled this out the other day and I was working on this because I haven't worked on it since October. So I finished the circle here, this one and this one, which is part 6, and I've just moved along to finish the bottom. I don't remember. Finish the bottom here. This is the whole piece. Hopefully you can see that. Excuse the wrinkles. Obviously it has been in my Q-snap. There's that. I have not signed up to any stitch alongs this year. I was looking at doing the Jardin Privé temperature sale from last year, but doing it as this year. But I decided not to. I thought I have enough stuff going on. Just work on what I have. In this bag, I got this bag from Judith. She made me this bag. Really awesome. And in here I have a Christmas Day start. So my husband's niece is due in March this year, and I have done all the females in the family, so my stepdaughter and then my two nieces on my side, and now my husband's niece is getting one, is one of the Bossy Thread Gorgeous Girls. So I started this on Christmas Day. This is called Ladybug. I'm using the kit, size is at 14 count Ada, that is pre-printed. And I just put in a thread a day I try. So that's one side of a dress, and that will be the other side of a dress there. If I knuckle down, I can bust one of these out in a week because they're not that difficult, but I'm enjoying that one. I really love this bag. Really love the bag. This is my quick stitch tranquil tulip that I keep in my zombie bag, made by me. This I've been working on quite regularly. I am up to 32.2%. And just put this behind it. Excuse all the hanging stuff. Most of them are waste that I need to cut off, and I tried parking and I don't like it. I'm going back to doing what I want on this rather than parking. And then I started to try and do 10 by 10, and I don't like it on this piece. So this is where I'm up to. So since last time you saw it, I've done all of this, and I've stitched in some more colours that you can't really see. Some of the purples were stitched in. I've done some more greens and stuff in these sprigs of grass here. So I will be working on this probably this afternoon actually. I thoroughly enjoy this piece, and my goal is to have it finished. I've put my other full coverages away, so I have Hubble Bubble Ornament, I have Rise of the Witches Story Keep, and Evil Queen Story Keep. I've put them all away until I finish this. On this one stitched 25 count easy grid 2/1 tent. Let's have a quick drink. My last work to show you is actually my Indian peacock, which has been stitched as a dimensions kit. I'm using the 14 count Ada that comes in the kit. This is on my scroll, on my lap stand, lap frame, I don't know what you call it. As you can tell, it's not prepared, and I've got cats hanging around, so I left the dust cover on it. Hi George. Just take that off. Real life people, real life. Put that back on, I don't want to lose that. Put that out. Right, so just ease the bottom off, because I've actually moved it up on my frame. So let me just take this off. As I said, I've got cats around. One there, one over there. Unroll this. Show you what I've done. Wait a minute, George. Right. Let's break it up. So, I have finished all of this section here, including back stitch and the background. So from like here down, and I've rolled it up and started working up in here on the peacock again. The only thing I have left to do down the bottom is French knots and the flowers. But otherwise, that's what I'm up to. This is another long-term project, which is fine by me. Right, that's that's all my stitching whips. Come on, George, come say hello. Hi. You gonna say hello? Okay, mummy. Hello, Georgie. This is Georgie. She's my baby. She's 10. And she's actually a British short hair. So she's, yes, very fluffy. And my baby. Say hello, Georgie. Hello, Georgie. My grumpy cat. Okay, shall we keep showing the people what I'm doing? No, let me just, stuff's gonna fall. So all I have left to show you is my knitting update, which isn't cat fur, which isn't much because I'm still working on my mitered square blanket, and which I'm determined still to have only one whip at a time for knitting. Oh, my joint. And then my square blanket. So I'm just using acrylic wool that I bought from our craft store here. Ooh, in October. It's called, the craft store is called Spotlight, and I bought a big bag of wool that was $30 for 30 balls or something. So these are some of the squares I have completed so far. The yellow, green, light purple, pink, purple, hot pink, a blue, and just started another pink one. So these can take about an hour and a half to stitch a square up, but I don't do them all in one hit. And out of one of the balls I can get 2 solid colour squares, and then I put the rest in my bag, and then eventually I'll just do a whole square of random colours. That's the plan anyway. But that's my only knitting and my only knitting update. All that is left is some haul. So one of the haul is the bag from Judith with the mermaids on it. The new start I had today from Stitching with the Housewives, the Rose delivery is a haul, because I downloaded that chart this morning. I got a Christmas present from my stepson, aka I bought it, put his name on it and said thank you. So this is Japanese Garden by the Gold Collection Dimensions kit, full kit. But I won't let myself start that yet because this will end up on my scroll frame. Cat fur. There. So this will end up on my scroll frame once the peacock's done. Although someone has told me I need to do my Titanic. I think that was Zeb. My other haul I got in, I just got some fabric. Some of the stuff is from 123 Stitch, so it's this 28 count T Monaco. I got some 20 count Sand Ada, which is for some charts I have here, and then I have some 25 count Lugana even weave, and that's screen printed that I got from a New Zealand shop. What's that? Oh, and I got a 12 Blunk. That's going to be used for my snowflakes in my Santa's Village. I purchased some charts off a local person who was selling or destashing some of the stuff. I've got one already of the My Lady Needles by Gloria Moore. I bought 2 more, so I bought Quaker Wool. I can't pronounce that word because I'm a twat. Bought that, and then I got Quaker Wool. It's the ruler bit basically. And the other one is a pincushion, scissor fob, and scissor case. And then I've got the third one put away. So I bought the 20 count Ada because these are stitched on 40 count. And then finally has arrived the Blackbird book, Winds of Autumn, and on the 22nd of February, along with Zeb, I will be starting. Let's put this up here so you can't see the chart, and I don't like bending books. The blooming sunflower bag. Why on the 22nd of February? Because it's my birthday, so birthday start for me, yay! So I'll be starting that. I think I'm going to change some of the colours because they look quite dull and I want it a bit more lively. I have some 36 count linen that I was given by Judith at the cross stitching retreat, so I think I'm going to try on that. This book's lovely. It has in it a sampler. It also has Spell of the Moon, which I've been wanting for ages but don't want to buy. Obviously it's got the October 31st. I really like that one. I've never done a strawberry, and that's one of the samplers in it. So it's really cool. So that's everything I have to show you. Yep, that's everything. So now I can clean up this mess, and I'd like to thank you all for coming and checking in with me and seeing what I've been up to. Hopefully I will have time this weekend to finish my stash parade and some time to do a whip parade for you as well. So in the meantime, thank you very much for coming again and checking out what I've been up to, and I hope to see you guys again shortly. Thanks, bye.